everyone, John with Fun to Be Free coming to you live from the Magic Kingdom. Let's go! Welcome to the Walt Disney World Resort here in fabulous Central Florida. Oh, hello there. Hello explorers, like I just said, John with Fun to Be Free coming to you live from the Magic Kingdom. You're going to want to stay tuned for today's video topic. We're discussing the Disney Starlight Parade. In other words, the night parade that's coming soon to the Walt Disney World Resort, specifically the Magic Kingdom. But stay tuned, we're going to jump into the breaking news here in just a moment. In the meantime, I'll flip the camera and check the chat. Hold on a second. And Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, hi at Epcot Galaxy Hero. Welcome in, welcome back, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. You could hear the train whistle from the Walt Disney World Railroad. It's coming into the station here, just overhead. We'll pause and just take a quick shot as it approaches. Okay, let's proceed into Town Square. I'll get back to the chat, but before I do, I just want to mention again, the breaking news today brought us to the Magic Kingdom. Today's video topic is Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida, Magic Kingdom Park, Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade. Is it delayed this summer? Stay tuned and find out. What I'm actually going to do at the moment is set up the wireless feature on my Bat phone so I can send the actual screen from my iPhone over to your device at home. Hold on just a moment. I will be right with you. Just give me one moment here. One more second and I think we'll be all set up. Oh, you can actually hear the Dapper Dans singing on Main Street, USA. We could go take a quick look. And we got to get back to the chat though. Real quick, back to the chat. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, good to see you all again, Fun to Be Free crew. That's right, welcome in, welcome back, Epcot Galaxy Hero and Scary Mary TV. Yes, amazing opening, so much skill. I'm so excited. Hi, John. Welcome back, Scary Mary TV. She also has 4 oversized red hearts displayed. Rob's Mad World is back. Welcome in, Rob's Mad World. He says, happy Friday Eve, everybody. Happy Friday Eve to you, Rob's Mad World. Reed Gibson is back. Welcome back, welcome in. Reed Gibson says, hey John, looks like a great day at the Magic Kingdom. It certainly is, Reed Gibson. What a beautiful day here. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, I'm having one of these days where all I think about is Epcot and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Recon. Well, real quick, Epcot Galaxy Hero, I want to get back to Epcot and experience some more Guardians, so stay tuned for that. Epcot Galaxy Hero also says, let's say it's a Guardians of a day. All right. We are now on Main Street, USA. We're going to enjoy just for a few fleeting moments of the Dapper Dans. We got to get into the breaking news.
The band they call the Dixieland Fire, gonna play that muskrat ramble tune. You never heard it play. Join in the big parade. All together now, one and to join the happy throng. Feel the
get going with the breaking news. Maybe we'll have a better opportunity later today to catch the Dapper Dans again. In the meantime, let's head into the Emporium and check out the news. Before we get started, I just want to check the chat one last time. Scooter Adventures is back. Scooter Adventures says, hello, John. Well, welcome in. Welcome back, Scooter Adventures. Always nice to have you here. And Epcot Galaxy Hero says, hey, Scooter. And Scooter Adventures says, good to see everyone today. Scooter Adventures also says, hey, Galaxy, keep it real with Dan. Oh, I do believe we have a new subscriber here at Fun to Be Free. Keep it real with Dan. That's not all. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin will receive a massive update with new vehicles and shooting blasters. You are correct. Keep it real with Dan. But we got to get into the news. Here we are. Shout out to DisneyTouristBlog.com. Website credit goes to DisneyTouristBlog.com. And here is the headline. Is Disney World Starlight Night Parade delayed? Walt Disney World has unveiled its Cool Kids Summer marketing blitz with the aim of attracting young families through a mixture of character experiences, new entertainment offerings, room-only deals, ticket discounts for kids, as well as the return of the popular 3 parks, magic ticket, and free dining special offers. Most of this is pretty unsurprising stuff. We expected to see all these discounts make a comeback, with the biggest surprise being the omission of Magic Kingdom from the aforementioned 3 parks Walt Disney World ticket deal, which probably won't be called the Magic Ticket given that exclusion. That's been released each of the last 2 summers. On the other hand, save 50% on Kids Walt Disney World tickets deal is new and unprecedented as a standalone offer. It's easily the most aggressive deal we're seeing, and a fantastic option for families with kids ages 3 to 9 years old. Walt Disney World also announced opening dates for both The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, and Villains: Unfairly Ever After. The safe money was on these debuting sometime between the Memorial Day long weekend and closing of the Muppet Vision 3D in June, and falling squarely in that range. One surprise in terms of new stuff is all of the character experiences, or activations if you like that word. I don't. That's what Tom Burker says, which is a real wild card at this point. The biggest surprise, though, was another omission, an official opening date for the all-new Disney Starlight Night Parade. Walt Disney World has previously and consistently stated that Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade will debut in summer 2025. That's still the case. So for anyone worried that it's been canceled or is going to miss the summer season, there's no reason to believe that there's any danger of that as of right now. To that point, in Walt Disney World's press release for its summer campaign, there's a section titled See the New Shows and Nighttime Parade that contains full details, opening dates, and links to separate standalone post for the aforementioned stage shows coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. When it comes to Disney Starlight Night Parade at Magic Kingdom, the post simply says this. So here we go. Everybody's sitting down. Plus, the new Nighttime Parade Disney Starlight is coming to Magic Kingdom later this summer. Your little ones will want to stay up for this one, where you'll spot beloved characters from Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more. It's our first nighttime parade at Disney World in nearly 10 years. Stay tuned for more details and an opening date as we put on the finishing touches. Near the top of the screen now is the Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade attraction poster. I'll pause for just a moment so you can look at it. Disney Starlight opening later this summer strongly suggests Magic Kingdom's new night parade will debut after May 27th, 2025. So, my opinion, John with Fun to Be Free, I would concur. It's not going to be around Memorial Day. I think we're looking at a little later. When? I don't even know if Disney knows yet. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Because remember, this guy worked in entertainment. In other words, parades and show support at the Disneyland Resort for over 2 decades, and I can tell you right now, when there is a new parade coming, it is always down to the wire. So there is something going on that's preventing them from actually announcing a hard date, instead just announcing the soft, season of summer. So let's continue with the article. I don't know how to plausibly interpret that any other way. It's not really a question of its debuts after May, but how long after. That's worth discussing for a couple of reasons. The first is because the traditional summer kickoff window opens around Memorial Day weekend, hence Universal's Epic Universe opening the prior Thursday and the DHS stage show debuting the following Tuesday. In fact, Walt Disney World has repeatedly debuted new offerings on the Friday before Memorial Day, which would have made May 23rd, 2025 the odds-on favorite for Starlight's opening if we were blindly guessing as of its D23X Expo announcement last August. Universal snatching up the day before that for Epic Universe did cast doubt on that prediction though. A bit of breathing room would be ideal, kind of like staggered movie openings for the sake of box office results, but to a much lesser degree. Second, because we've been so anxiously awaiting this date for a while and predicting when Starlight could open based on a mixture of marketing logic and past precedent. Let me just check my camera levels. Hold on a second, make sure we're all doing well. Everything's looking according to plan right now. In our previous analysis, we looked to paint the night and Disneyland's 70th anniversary, which is smartly looking to pull forward demand among locals and annual pass holders before the summer tourist season with a mid-May 2025 debut. Our hope was that Walt Disney World would want to do the same with Starlight, but with the goal of getting out ahead of Epic Universe, as we pointed out repeatedly, the opening of Universal's Orlando's new park is going to take up all the oxygen and excitement around Orlando theme parks. So generating hype ahead that would have been smart on Disney's part. Ditto pulling forward demand among the growing population of Central Florida's local APs and DVC members. That clearly is not what's happening. Our original prediction, again, based on past precedent, was that the end of June 2025 is the latest that Disney Starlight Night Parade is likely to debut. While there have been openings around then in recent years, those have all been due to construction, usually delays, but in the case of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the project being fast-tracked. Assuming no issues with development or casting or rehearsal, it's hard to see Walt Disney World voluntarily opting for a date that late. And I agree, I concur with Tom Bricker's saying. Generally, I'd say they, if you look at, historically, Walt Disney World or say Disneyland Resort, it seems like it's about the second Friday in June is the latest they launch new attractions for the summer offerings. But let's keep going here. Okay, again, debuting later is suboptimal because then Starlight competes with Universal's brand new theme park. In a perfect scenario, Walt Disney World would move the parade forward and try to capture as many tourists and gain momentum by doing the opposite, not competing head-to-head against a brand new theme park in an unwinnable battle. Boy, oh boy, Tom has nailed that point right there. I'll tell you that. That's a home run on a point. All of this is to say that I strongly suspect this is not a perfect scenario for the launch of Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade. From my perspective, there are two likely possibilities. The first is that Walt Disney World knows exactly when Starlight will debut, but it's sometime in mid-June, and they don't want to lose bookings for those first couple of weeks for the summer season by including that specific date in their Cool Kids summer campaign, which otherwise starts in late May 2025. This would be the more deliberate approach and probably the better case scenario. The second is that Walt Disney World does not know when Starlight will debut. That it's going to be a race against the clock, and the finishing touches are put on floats, rehearsals, and whatever else. Worse yet, as newer night parades are increasingly technology reliant, there's the possibility of problems with programming or who knows what else that needs resolution and is a barrier preventing Walt Disney World from announcing an opening date. The former scenario is preferable, at least in my view, because at least the opening date is known, just not by us. I suppose if I were a foolhardy optimist, I might prefer the latter, as it raises the possibility that Starlight could still debut on schedule around Memorial Day, or heck, ahead of schedule. Insert Jim Carrey's Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance? Oh, that's a good one, Tom Bricker. As someone who has been around the block a time or two with this sort of thing, I am no longer that optimist. Oh boy. That kind of delay worries me as it introduces too much uncertainty. Rather than a mid-June opening date, we could be looking at a struggle just to get the parade rolling down Main Street before July is over. The last day of summer is September 22nd, 2025. So Disney has plenty of time to hit its target before the use of the word delay is completely accurate. Even though summer in Disney parlance typically means Memorial Day to Labor Day, the actual deadline is September 22nd for the current time frame to be technically accurate. And I agree with that statement. That doesn't mean there hasn't been an internal delay on Starlight. It's hard to imagine that Walt Disney World's plan all along was something other than debuting Starlight along with the stage shows around the same time to start the summer season. If Starlight ends up opening in July, it's obviously been delayed. And I agree there. Even if that is still squarely within the summer season, this isn't like Test Track, where Walt Disney World made it clear a long time ago that the target was late summer. My guess is that Walt Disney World will tip their hand in one way or another very soon as to which of the above two possibilities is accurate. If we see more teases of Starlight in the coming days or next week, it'll probably be because the debut date is already known. That's it sometime in June, and there was internal debate about announcing that along with the special offer releases and the marketing blitz, but the argument that it depressed bookings in late May and early June won out. Yeah, so the money people, the money men, the accountants probably won this battle is my guess. On the other hand, if there's suddenly radio silence from Walt Disney World about Starlight, it's probably because something is wrong, that the company still expects to make the summer target but doesn't expect a June opening, has uncertainty even about July. Ooh. Ultimately, I'm just sharing my thoughts process here because this is something we've been covering closely, and Starlight Dream the Night Away is Walt Disney World's biggest draw for summer 2025. If it were me and I were on the fence about my family's summer vacation, I would not book until that date is announced. Excellent point, Tom Bricker. Or I'd book something flexible and keep my options open so I could cancel or modify without penalty. Just something to keep in mind when mulling over the newly released Walt Disney World Resort ticket and package discounts. In fact, this is what we are doing. We're already booked at Universal Orlando for the opening of Epic Universe, and I had hoped to simply extend and hit Walt Disney World at the same time, either before or after, depending on Starlight's debut date. To that end, we had not yet purchased airfare. Now I will, and it'll just be for that Epic Universe stay. The family trip is probably postponed until Starlight debuts, at which time all of us will make a trip out just for that. Obviously, I'm a blogger, so my circumstances are a bit different than yours, but hopefully the point still stands. While it wouldn't be a perfect solution to this predicament for everyone, what I'd like to say at this point is for Walt Disney World to provide an opening month for Starlight, but they're not. I'm telling you, John with Fun to Be Free is saying they will not give you even the month because I think it could be that uncertain. I'm going with they're having technical issues. That's not nearly as good as a specific opening date, but it's better than being completely in the dark. It could at least help the night parade obsessed Walt Disney World diehards rule out summer travel dates, know which weeks are playing with fire, or book later dates with a higher degree of certainty. If Disney announces Starlight opening in June 2025, I know I could book starting July 1st and see it, for example. Okay, so I think we covered that. Oh boy, so just a quick review. Is Disney World Starlight Night Parade delayed? Well, John with Fun to Be Free is saying yes, I think it is delayed. And I just want to give you a quick background as I take the graphic off the screen here. I'll check the chat in a moment. And I will actually disable the wireless feature on the Bat phone and then share my quick little story. Hold on a second. Almost there. Almost disabled. Okay, I've disabled the wireless feature. I'm putting the Bat phone in my pocket and I am zipping the zipper. Almost got it. Okay, I gotta check the camera levels and then I'll get into the chat. Okay, we need another fuel rod, but I'll check the chat first. Let me go back. Chats are rolling. Chats are rolling. So I'll go back to Keep It Real with Dan. Welcome in. Dan, Keep It Real with Dan, I believe, is a new subscriber. Nice to meet you. I'm John with Fun to Be Free. Thank you for being here. Keep It Real with Dan. And Reed Gibson says, hello at Keep It Real with Dan. Reed Gibson also says, hey, it's Scoot Adventures. Scoot Adventures says, hey there, Reed. Keep It Real with Dan says, I do think Starlight Dream the Night Away will have a delay. The good news is I don't think it's going to be a massive delay. It will probably be ready sometime in August or September. I think Keep It Real with Dan might be onto something there. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, we do have a marching band. I could try to attempt to get the last fleeting moments of it. I was trying to get the news out before we had the band come down, but well, so long, band. Nice to see you. Okay, we will turn around, and as we do, you can catch glimpse or views. It looks like there is a special event filming going on right now, or I should say they are, setting up for the future. Maybe later this evening, I would imagine something to that effect. But again, we'll take one last quick look at this filming being set up right now. We got to head to the parade route. I'm thinking we're going to head into Frontierland. I'm debating on whether going to Adventureland or Liberty Square. I'm thinking we should probably just do Liberty Square right now. Let me put on my sunglasses. Let me get back to the chat though. I think we have another band. There's possibility of another band. However, I didn't see the schedule. I don't know the schedule. But back to the chat. Keep It Real. Dan might be onto something because I want to share just a tidbit my experience working in the parades and show support department at Disneyland Resort in California. Scoot Adventure says these deals include that there may be a little concern for the upcoming Epic Universe. I've never seen the kids discount like that. You're right, Scoot Adventures. I'm not going to say they're concerned. I'm just going to say the accountants would prefer the money to flow into the coffers just like they did for the previous summers. Oh, we got another band here, so maybe we can capture them. Oh, and I think it's Star Wars simply. Awesome.
Dodge, go.
Awesome. Trying to get a better spot here. Disney Imagination Campus. Welcome to Leeds High School Marching Band. there's nothing but Star Wars. Circa Bill Murray from, SNL, 1977. That was awesome. Oh, I love that they're playing the fanfare. Okay, we gotta get back on track. I gotta check the chat. So the last item I believe I read in chat was Scoot Adventure saying, these deals indicate that there may be a little concern for the upcoming Epic universe. I've never seen the kids discount like that. Exactly, Scoot Adventures. And then Scoot Adventures asking, what are your thoughts on that, John? Oh boy, just pretty much like Tom Bricker. So I'm gonna say, I think there was an internal struggle, an internal battle, if you will, between the accountants and marketing. It seems to be that there's always these struggles when there are new attractions that are coming up and they are having a difficult time getting the attraction, in this case it's a nighttime parade, ready to go out the gate, if you will. That's a pun intended, on time. And so marketing wants it, essentially they want it by Memorial Day weekend, and then the accountants want it there too, and it goes back and forth, and the accountants obviously they are all over the kids discount on that one. So I hope I answered your question there, Scooter. Epcot Galaxy Heroes says, I think Disney's gonna lose. No, they're not. No, they're not. Everybody wins. I think everybody wins, Epcot Galaxy Hero. Oh, I gotta go. Hold on, the chat jumped. Hold on. I gotta find the spot. I'm getting back there. So Epcot Galaxy Hero, I don't think Disney's going to lose. Disney and Universal's going to win. Everybody's going to win in this boat. A rising tide lifts all boats. And Scoot Adventure says, that appears to be why almost everything is closing or refurb at the same time, maybe expecting a real drop over the next year due to Epic. Oh, I don't know. I'm not fully on board with that, Scooter, because I think like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the track replacement project, that has to do with safety issues, meaning it was never unsafe. It's just the track work reached its lifetime expectancy and needed to be replaced at a certain time, and that time just happened to coincide with the expansion on the river with Cars and Villains Land, and of course Starlight, all that stuff. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, exactly, Scooter. Ooh. Okay, and MEMALYTHVO, welcome in, welcome back. Have any plans to vlog at Disney water parks? At the moment I don't, because my equipment is very water sensitive. REMALYTHVO. So my equipment doesn't like water. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, man, when Epic is open, Disney should be even less crowded. No, quite contrary, I think, Epcot Galaxy Hero. My opinion, John, with Fun to Be Free, the attendance is going to increase here because I think most guests will visit both resorts instead of visiting one, possibly. Reed Gibson says, hello. And Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, I plan on riding Guardian Small 3 times on the standby line. I'll try to get over to Epcot tomorrow. That'd be awesome if I could get to Epcot tomorrow, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, good luck at Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. Mama Deck says, another beautiful day. It certainly is a gorgeous day here at the Walt Disney World Resort with the Liberty Bell steam whistle. Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. Thank you, Epcot Galaxy Hero. Rob's Mad World says, I'm glad there's no evil Emperor Zurg to sabotage the stream today. Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed, Rob's Mad World. So what Rob's Mad World is referring to, yesterday I actually was attempting to make a video over at Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, but the evil Emperor Zurg zapped my equipment, and so it was bad news. What I'm actually attempting to do is get off the parade route, and I'm going to replace my fuel rod. Hold on a second, I'll be right with you. We need to keep these batteries charged in the cameras, and I'm trying to stay in the shade as much as I can today to keep the equipment as cool as possible so we could continue live streaming here at the Magic Kingdom. And we're almost all set. I'll get back to the chat, checking the battery levels. Yeah. So going back to yesterday, technical issues. Third time's the charm was from yesterday. I attempted to do a video on the news, the updates for Space Ranger Spin, and I got zapped by, I believe, radio interference, and no matter how hard I struggled to get the stream back online, I just could not recapture it. So then at that point, I essentially went with plan B, and we did a backup stream, which was the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. Just as everybody is aware, stay tuned, and at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, we're going to enjoy the Festival of Fantasy Parade here at the Magic Kingdom, so stay tuned for that. But Epcot Galaxy Hero says, or Star-Lord, and Jaylon's back. Oh, welcome back, Jaylon. Says, hi, fun to be free. Well, hello, Jaylon. And Reed Gibson says, hi, Jaylon. So now, at this moment, now I want to share a quick story about when I worked at the Disneyland Resort. So, if there's anybody new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. And Tiki Man Fan is back. Welcome back, Tiki Man Fan. It's always nice to see you here. Says, like number 15 today. What's your number, folks? Tiki Man also says, hi, Reed. Oh, we got a Liberty Bell steam whistle. But I need to go get another fuel rod while I'm in the location here inside Pecosville Tall Inn and Cafe. But I want to get on with the story. So this is a little older or outdated story. So reference, in 1996, I was working at the the Disneyland Resort in California. And at that moment, oh please, go ahead, please. Thank you. So in 1996 at Disneyland, I was working there, and that's when they actually had the Main Street Electrical Parade. It was actually at Disneyland Park. Okay, we'll come back. Excuse me. There's a guest purchasing a fuel rod there. We'll come back. Tiki Man Fed says, Scooter with hand waving, hi. So the story I want to get to, we have a professional film rig here. My Frankenstein doesn't look like that, but that is sure neat. I'll tell you that. Hello there. How are you? Nice to see you. We're live streaming on YouTube right now. So I was just looking what equipment you had here. Some very nice professional gear. All right, very cool. Have a great day.
You too, man.
Okay. Let me get back to the chat though, and then I gotta continue sharing my story. Scoot Adventure says, hey Tiki, and Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, enjoying. Please like and subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to hit the notification bell and to be in the know when John is going to stream. Let me say it again because it's super bright out here. I gotta put on my sunglasses to read this. Hold on. Enjoying. Please like and subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be in the know when John is going to stream. Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. And because you said that, I'll pop up the subscribe banner again. Rob's Mad World says, love the Main Street Electrical Parade. Rob's Mad World, who didn't? Remember, this guy drove all of those parade floats. I got many, many stories driving those parade floats. Rob's Mad World says, love the MSEP. That's right. So I gotta get to the story. In the meantime, enjoy views of Tiana's Bayou Adventure with the big drop and the logs going down it. And then I gotta get to my story here. So 96, Electrical Parade was at Disneyland, and then it left. It glowed away forever. Remember, you could buy the light bulbs for $10, and they said it'll never come back, never return. It went to Walt Disney World, and then it came back to Disneyland Resort, but this time it was at Disney California Adventure. It opened in July of 2001, and the point of this story is that in 6 weeks, in a 6-week time frame, they got the floats essentially packed up from here at the Magic Kingdom, put them on the trucks, brought them to the Disneyland warehouse, reassembled them, and then got all the audio, all the drive units all ready to go. Rehearsals all mounted, M-O-U-N-T. So when they mount a new parade, that's just the terminology that the Disneyland Resort would say. Literally, that was the actual real terminology, mount a parade. So the point of the story is, in 6 weeks, they pulled it off for the Main Street Electrical Parade floats. But it was a mad dash down to the wire, and there was a lot of people saying it's just not possible. They pulled it off, but when the floats went out the gate for the first run, they essentially barely worked. They used duct tape and toilet paper, as I say, to get them to be functional. So where am I going with this? The Main Street Electrical Parade floats are not very technical at all. It literally is your Christmas tree lights on some wheels. The Disney Starlight Parade, boy, that's going to be very technically challenged. So the quick other story, when Paint the Night was at Disneyland Resort, both at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, they had ongoing issues programming the floats, keeping them working correctly. They were not water resistant. They just had issue after issue after issue, including the character costumes, the parade performer costume, battery pack issues, battery actual capacity issues. It just kept going on. Audio issues, show sync issues. What I'm trying to tell you is, Paint the Night is a very technical parade versus Main Street Electrical Parade is not. And they had issues after issues after issues. And Paint the Night, as a result, there was internal rumblings that it was going to be delayed. But they got it to go out the gate. They were very successful. But we'll pause on the story. I just wanted to show you. So currently at Tiana's Bayou Adventure, there is an 85-minute wait here. 85 minutes for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And on the opposite side is the Lightning Lane. So there's two options to gain access to the attraction. Either purchase Lightning Lane or stand in line here for 85 minutes in Frontierland to experience Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I'll check the chat in just a moment here. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, what story? The story I'm telling you now, Epcot Galaxy Hero. What I'm essentially trying to tell you is that I believe that Starlight, the night parade coming, the reason why it's delayed is because they're having numerous technical issues with the parade float units. So it's essentially the same or similar issues I think Paint the Night suffered from. So that's just this guy's opinion with Fun to Be Free. John with Fun to Be Free saying that, yeah, I think it's delayed because of technical issues. Again, if they were ready to go, I truly believe, like Tom is saying, I concur, that they would have been on the street performing over Memorial Day. Absolutely. And the worst case scenario, by probably the second Friday in June. But I don't think it's looking good. So also, real quick, I want to go back in the chat. I'm going back in the chat. Keep it real with Dan. I want to go back to this statement. It says, I do think Starlight Dream the Night Away will have a delay. The good news is I don't think it's going to be a massive delay. It will probably be ready sometime in August or September. Yeah, I think that's more likely. And I'm going to say, if they can't hit June, they probably want it for, the 4th of July week. But it might be as late as August. We'll see. It just depends how, delayed it is based on technical. Again, I'm speculating it's technical issues, but there you go. And Mama Duck says, I was like number 10. Yay! We're actually going to head back towards the parade route. We should probably go secure a good spot in the shade. I want to, catch the pre-parade. I hope we don't miss that. And while we're back here for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, take a look at the extended queue in the area. It goes way back. We saw this yesterday. We were actually here yesterday experiencing the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. And stay tuned for that because at 3 o'clock Eastern, that's where we're going to go and see and experience. I'm walking up the steps now. We're still walking. There is a long line here for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We just saw the wait time of 85 minutes posted. We're going to walk to the end of line. We're going to attempt to find the cast member. I think there is another guest band, another marching band, probably another high school marching band. I don't have a schedule. I didn't look at it, so I'm not sure the actual times of performance. But yes, indeed, there is a guest band, a high school marching band performing that we are missing, so maybe we should go check that out, Doc. Reed Gibson says, welcome in at Mama Duck. It looks like they're doing a show stop, maybe? Oh, it's part of their choreography. Okay. We might just get a fleeting moment. A little congested here on the parade route. I'm attempting to get up there. Hold on. Yeah, there's the pre. Oh, we're blocked. Our access is blocked. We got a full-blown pre-parade today. We're missing it from back here.
No, because you have fans already. And I have this fan. Well, when I win, you can borrow mine, Ryan.
We'll attempt to catch up. Hold on. We got to get over to the parade route. We're making progress though. Sounds like a good band. Yeah, their choreography, it looks like they do a quick show stop. Luckily for us, oh, we got Mickey! Here's an old favorite. We have a slightly elevated vantage point. We're just surveying the parade route. At 3 o'clock Eastern, the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade will be coming down the parade route just in front of us here. What a neat parade that we just witnessed, though. I gotta check my fuel rods. Hold on a second. Check all the power levels. Be right with you. It's almost time for a fuel rod replacement. We're just gonna take a quick pan. I'm thinking I should go check it out. Let's go back and try to replace at least one of the fuel rods, if not two. I gotta come off the elevated platform. I'm back down to ground level. Let's head back to Pecos Bill, Tall Tellin Inn Cafe. In the meantime, I'll check the chat. Captain Mickey Mouse. Oh, welcome back, Captain Mickey Mouse. Says, wow, never seen that float in a long time. You're right, Captain Mickey Mouse. You saw two floats you haven't seen in a long time. Of course, the castle float, that's an old favorite. And that the whitish float that you saw after the actual vehicle. That float is from way back when, from 1976, still in operation here at the Magic Kingdom for America on Parade. So yeah, very cool, Captain Mickey Mouse. I'm having a little difficulty or challenging time navigating through the crowd. The attendance, you know, it's not crazy, but there's a lot of people moving through the area. Captain Mickey Mouse also says, you know Central Florida is expecting rain this evening. I actually have not looked at the weather forecast, but anybody in the chat, including Captain Mickey Mouse, know more when it's going to rain this evening? What time? Oh, and Benny Rodriguez is back. Oh, welcome back, Benny Rodriguez. He has a pink hand waving. How's Neary, Benny Rodriguez? Thank you for joining us here. We're actually going to go and attempt to secure a replacement fuel rod. We're going to swap till we drop here at Pecos Bill. Give me a second. Hello there. So this is, we struck out earlier, strike one, trying to come get the fuel rod. We were previously here and a guest was making a purchase. So the purchases tend to take a little longer, especially if they're new to the whole fuel rod game. So let's swap. And while we're looking in this area, there's a pressed penny collectible machine adjacent to the portable charger station. There are also a couple of drinking fountains here. I'm going to partake in just a moment here, and I'm waiting for my fuel rod to be replaced. I'm wondering what happened here. Double checking. Oh boy. Did this fuel rod station just eat my actual fuel rod? Oh no. Oh no. It's saying buy, not swap. I put it in. Now it's missing. I'm hitting the button and I'm putting my hand here. I don't see it stuck. I don't feel it. I'm hitting the red button. Nothing. I got nothing. I think it ate my fuel rod. I'd have to call this number. So what I should probably do is actually take a photo and I'll have to call later. So I took a picture. I'll have to call later. So let me get a drink of water here. I don't want to call live on YouTube. It may take it too long. And Captain Mickey Mouse says, looks like around 6 o'clock for rain. So thank you for the update, Captain Mickey Mouse. He also says, did you see what I said about who owns Mickey blog? Oh, hold on, Captain Mickey Mouse. Before I leave, I'm gonna check it again. No, I don't feel anything. I don't see anything. I'll hit the red button again. No, it's stuck, it's broken. Captain Mickey Mouse also says, tell cast member, yeah. I've actually spoke with cast members before in regards to this issue, and they just come over and say, call the number. But back to Captain Mickey Mouse. Did you see what I said about who owns Mickey blog? Are you talking about Blog Mickey or Blog Mickey Blog? I'm not quite sure, Captain Mickey Mouse. But yesterday you were talking about the Bright Line train, and you, or I believe it was yesterday, maybe the day before. You kept saying the Bright Line train's going to go to Grand Floridian, and I go, no, it's not. No, the Central Florida Central Florida Tourism Oversight District had a meeting about it, and they're going to discuss whether it's going to go to the Disney Springs area. So they want a high-speed rail, the Bright Line, to go to Disney Springs. So maybe you were referring to that the other day or yesterday, Captain Mickey Mouse? Not quite certain, but it's definitely not going to the Grand Floridian. That's for certain, Captain Mickey Mouse. I could hear the Walt Disney World Railroad. You can hear the bell. Oh, there's the whistle. Okay, we have about 9 minutes here until the step off of the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. In the meantime, I'm gonna change out the fuel rod. Hold on a second, be right with you. Okay, we have success there. So as it turns out, since the machine ate my fuel rod, I only have 2 fuel rods to choose from now, and it's a little on the warmer side today. So let's just see how long my cameras will last with the 2 fuel rods and the heat here in Central Florida. Nevertheless, it still is a gorgeous, a beautiful day here. Captain Mickey Mouse says, OM. So I was coming over here because I just wanted to get a shot. Maybe we could find or just have the opportunity to see Captain Jack Sparrow. But I think we do, because I do see a large gathering of guests here. He might be meeting and greeting right up ahead. If we are in luck, we will take a quick shot and then return to the parade route. So stay tuned for the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade coming up at 3 o'clock Eastern in about 7 minutes. There's Captain Jack Sparrow now, meeting and greeting. Like I said, we're just gonna take a quick look, say hi real fast, and we gotta go back. We gotta get back to the parade route. We gotta secure a spot, preferably in the shade today, since it's a little warm. I wanna keep this camera on the cooler side, especially if I have the 2 fuel rods only as an option, since I just said the fuel rod machine ate my rod.
The land where Soaring's at.
And if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. Did I happen to mention it's a gorgeous day? Look at the sky. So beautiful. I'm deliberating whether we should go in the exterior patio down by Pecos Bill, or just maybe we could walk down the parade route. If we walk this direction, I'm sure the cast won't have any issues with it, but let's see what they say. We're getting really close to showtime here, near the step-off gate. Oh, and Jeremy Heath is back. Welcome back. Welcome in, Jeremy Heath. Says hello, hello. He also says good afternoon, John. Well, good afternoon, Jeremy Heath. Thank you for joining us here. If you just joined us, we're attempting to experience the Disney Festival Fantasy Parade coming up in just a few minutes here. I'm actually on the prowl for a good spot in the shade. I want to keep my cameras as cool as possible today, since the temperatures, I wouldn't call it overly warm or hot. It's just, you know, once the cameras are exposed with the sun for long periods of time, the cameras get a little hot and they don't like charging. So that's the whole issue why I want to find some shade. There's still little bits of shade, not much. Maybe if we go down towards the McKim's Mile House, that's what I'm trying to say. McKim's Mile House, we might have more luck. Maybe on the elevated platform there that we viewed the pre-parade on briefly earlier. We'll go check that out. Oh, and Spittle FUL is back. Beulah's back. Beulah says, howdy, folks. I am glad to announce that the Bears had been successfully, something will be coming to Grizzly Hall. Oh yeah, what? Beulah, I haven't heard any news. What do you have for us today? I'm trying to survey whether or not the elevated platform is occupied or busy. Oh, I think we're going to be in luck. There's a little bit of shade up there. This particular one is exposed in the sun, so that's not a good choice for us today. But the tree above offers just a little bit of shade. Maybe we could go check that out, see where the sun shifted on the tree or not. Where is the shade down? Oh, it's not that bad. I suppose we should go up there. That'll be a good place for us to go and view the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. I gotta get up here though. It's a good thing I have long legs. This is probably a good spot. We're mostly in the shade. And Peter Pan, welcome in, welcome back, Peter Pan. Nice to have you here. Peter Pan, I believe, is Elijah's grandmother. Elijah is a cast member that frequents guest control here on Main Street, USA, specifically Town Square. And we saw Elijah yesterday, I believe, live on YouTube in Town Square. Peter Pan says, hope you run across Elijah today again. That's right, Peter Pan. I'm hoping to as well. I don't know Elijah's schedule. You might have a better idea than I would, but I haven't seen him yet today. But if he's around, we'll go definitely say hi, Peter Pan. And Beulah says, well, Disney is working on, hold on, chat jump. Well, Disney is working for a new overlay. Already, Beulah? Are you really? Really? Rocket Raccoon Fan says, one, this platform is a secret hack. That's right, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. Awesome. Captain Mickey Mouse says, how's the battery holding out today? It's a little hard to say right now. It holds out fine earlier in the stream, but once we start getting around 4 hours, it just takes a nosedive real fast. And then I get the alarms, the warning signs. But it's doing fine right now. As long as I keep it cool and charged, I think we should be fine. But, you know, we're going to be in the sun probably in front of Cinderella Castle as we follow the parade floats into the hub area. Captain Mickey Mouse also says, at Peter Pan, do you know where Elijah is from for cast compliment? Oh, that's a good question, because yesterday Captain Mickey Mouse was asking, where's Elijah from? So we could actually provide, or at least one of our chit-chatters in the chat could provide Elijah with a cast compliment. In order to do that, you need the actual cast member name, best spelling, meaning spelled correctly, and the hometown where they're from, along with work location. And Beulah says, it was said on Disneyland tagged Pound Horizon. Really? Beulah, I don't know about that. We just got a new show. I know you're excited about the bear band, Beulah, so am I. I like my bears very much, but we just got a new show and it's amazing. Is it being confused with a high guest satisfaction rating for the Country Bear Musical Jamboree? In other words, they receive high praise for the new show. And if you're new to the channel or just joined us, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell as well. Captain Mickey Mouse says, did you see Edwin this morning? Captain Mickey Mouse, I didn't see him this morning. We went live about 2 o'clock Eastern, so I got here probably about 1:20 p.m. Going through the transportation and ticket center was not bad today. The attendance is not looking that bad, considering it's Thursday as we're approaching spring break here. We are just about 1 minute out before showtime, and you could actually hear and see the cast members attempting to clear the parade route of all guests traversing it. Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, could it be a new version of Vacation Jamboree? Well, I'm going to say this, Captain Mickey Mouse and Rocket Raccoon Fan 1, along with Beulah. This guy, John with Fun to Be Free, is saying, I don't think we're going to get a new show here for the Bear Band, even though, you know, it'd be awesome. How cool would it be that we actually get a new Christmas show, or even a return of the Christmas show for the Bear Band? That would even be cool. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, if you're wondering, I typed those messages at 6 a.m. Oh, 6 a.m. this morning, okay. Oh, there's the fanfare. Beulah says the new show is getting a new overlay. We are just waiting if Disney would confirm it. I don't know, Beulah. We just got a new show.
Near and far, welcome to the Magic Kingdom. You are warmly invited to join Mickey Mouse and his Fantasyland friends for a magical celebration in the streets. Dreams will come true, hearts will soar, and you will become a part of the magic. For the time has come to take your places and prepare to welcome the wondrous diverse and wonderful Disney Festival of
Gotta go back to the chats. We're gonna take a shortcut through Adventureland. Oh, we got double wides. Beulah says, Country Bear Musical Christmas Special. Trixie should sing Let It Go. Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, at Beulah, but they just put all that work into creating the new show. Would they really change the music already after the new show's music? I don't think it's gonna happen, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. I don't think it's gonna happen, Beulah. Rob's Mad World says, it's the festival of fun to be free. That's right, Rob's Mad World. Thank you so much for that. I love it every single day. Beulah says, at Rocket Raccoon Fan 1, it could be cool though, because this means they can hear more Disney songs in the overlay. I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool, Beulah, but I'm just saying that they literally just installed the new show. And when they do that, the accountants, the money men, they take write-offs. It's either first in, first out, first in, last out, last in, first out. You know, those are different accounting methods. They have a method to their madness. And once they take the accounting write-off, the show has to run for a certain extended period of time that they actually took the tax write-off for. So I don't think that's about to happen. Just my opinion from simply the accountant standpoint of that. Beulah says, why does the parade plates rotate? Oh, he's probably talking about Beauty and the Beast or the B&B opening unit. In my opinion, the mechanism, the platform, it's broken. So they lock it in a traveling position. So those are the traveling positions when they're not animating and they're locked. So they're just broken. They need maintenance and yeah. There you go. Reed Gibson, T-Band Fans says, hello at JERE, and Captain Mickey Mouse says, who was wondering? Well, somebody in the chat yesterday as well. We'll have to check that out. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Stay tuned for that. Tiki Man Fan says, hi at Jeremy Heath. But John with Fun to Be Free is trying to get up to Main Street, USA, so we can enjoy more of my favorite parade in the entire world, the best daytime parade, the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. And if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. I'm attempting to check the chat, however, it's really bright. Let me get to maybe the shadier part. Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, I think they are focused on the Beyond Big Thunder project. I think you're right, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. So they have probably a limited amount of resources, meaning personnel, people at Walt Disney Imagineering, so they can really only focus on just a few things at once. In fact, I'm going to say they are strapped. Their resources are probably limited. Hello there.
good.
Rolling in the rowboat down the street. Though I'm one disgusting blighter, I'm a moment of a fighter. 'Cause way down deep inside I've got a dream. Got a dream.
the parade, as I always say, here in Town Square at Main Street, USA at the Magic Kingdom on a gorgeous day. Did I mention that I really like my Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade? That's right. John with Fun to Be Free says it's the best daytime parade in the world. And today's video topic, we're actually discussing the Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade, whether it's delayed or not. If you just joined us, if you just tuned in, we're not stopping the live stream now, but once this live stream concludes, start the video over, go back, we'll check out all the details. So was it delayed? Click on the video, start it from the beginning, find out. Tune in and find out. In the meantime, we are here in Town Square. We need to get replacement fuel rods quickly. An update on the fuel rod situation. Over in Pecos Bill, the fuel rod portable charger station, it ate one of my fuel rods. I actually took a photograph of the telephone number. I need to call that once the live stream concludes, so I'll need to replace my fuel rod there. I only have 2 fuel rods with me, so that has reduced our charging capacity for today's video, but we'll see what happens. I'm trying to keep the cameras in the shade as much as possible, but just as I said shade, we have overcast. In other words, a cloud is obscuring the sun. So that's good news. The temperature just dropped literally 2 degrees, maybe 3 degrees, just this moment right here. So good news for us. We can continue live streaming. Stay tuned for more fun here at the Magic Kingdom. We're gonna get a drink of water and then head over to Curtain Call Collectibles. Hold on. I'll be right back and I'll check the chat. In the meantime, you could enjoy views of Main Street Station with the ongoing construction with the beige construction wall off in the distance. Okay, we're slowly gonna turn on my access. I'm locating the stairs, the steps. We're gonna go to the upper level in the Main Street Theater here. Just trying to get my bearings. Hold on a second. Like I said, I'm gonna check the chat in a few moments. I gotta get the priority of the fuel rods at this moment in time. You'll probably hear clicking around. I'm missing a fuel rod on Frankenstein, my camera rig. That is the cable clicking around. So I gotta get a replacement. Hold on, I'm digging through my pockets. So I'm gonna hit swap here on the machine. Hello there. No worky?
No, how does it work?
Oh, you just put it in. That's it. I'll get a new one. Do you need to purchase?
Yeah, we wanted to know.
Just use your credit card swipe. One time $38. Free, unlimited, complimentary swaps from then on out.
Oh,
So-
the day.
Every day,
Every time,
forever.
Your life for life.
For life, yeah. At Walt Disney World, that is. Walt Disney World. So it's good deal for here. I don't know about good deal everywhere else, like other airports or other theme parks. I hear Universal does charge. But I use them all the time. I have 4 of them. But I would highly recommend you purchase. I know, a little expensive, $38, but still, if you use it, oh yeah, good.
How long does it last when you just whole day?
But it lasts forever. You just have to come back, put a new one in, get a new one.
Oh, this is the only place where...
No, there's like 7, 8.
Okay.
Everywhere.
All right, thank you.
So we had guests inquiring about the fuel rod situation. So I think I just sold them on the fuel rod. So I like my fuel rods, even though a fuel rod machine ate my fuel rod. But I'd say that's not bad considering how many rods I've swapped. I don't know what the number is. By now it's probably in the several hundred by now for me, John with Fun to Be Free. But I got to get back to the chat. And if you've just joined us and you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I keep saying I gotta get to the chat, I get outside, the moment I get outside, the sun now yet again is so blaring bright, I cannot even see the phone screen, it's just black. So let me head into Main Street Confectionery and I'll check the chat. There's the Dapper Dan singing. I gotta get to the chat first and then we'll go check out the Dapper Dans. How about that? Go as fast as I can. Tiki Man fan says, hi at Jeremy Heath. Rocket Raccoon fan 1 says, I think they are focused on the Big Thunder Mountain project. Yep, so we got that one. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, Disney has announced Little Mermaid the Musical Adventure will open May 27th in the Village Show at Hollywood Studios. So we covered that briefly in the breaking news here today. Captain Mickey Mouse also says, at Peter Pan, Elijah was spotted. Want John to say anything to him? I didn't see Elijah. I was probably focused on the parade, Captain Mickey Mouse. Captain Mickey Mouse says, did you pull up that article about the Disney Starlight? Yet it's good and bad news. Oh yeah, I already did it. I did the breaking news at the beginning of this video, Captain Mickey Mouse. Captain Mickey Mouse says, missing Tiana and Naveen. Yeah. And Rocket Raccoon fan 1 says, live from a kingdom of fantasy, John is bringing you the magic right to your home. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also make sure to hit the notification bell. You're right, Rocket Raccoon fan 1, thank you for that. And since you mentioned that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Captain Mickey Mouse also says, John, the forecast updated, no more rain in Orlando till Saturday. That is excellent news, Captain Mickey Mouse. Thank you for that. Reed Gibson says, to support Fun to be Free, please hit that like button and subscribe. If you're not already done so, it's free to do so. Thank you again, Reed Gibson. I appreciate that. Captain Mickey Mouse says, Flynn Rider waved at you on camera. Oh, I didn't see it. I was focused on capturing all the magic. Reed Gibson says, nobody else at the window today. That's right. Empty. Captain Mickey Mouse says, oh my God, Goofy is so cute. Interaction with that Disney lover. That's right. Adam N in the chat. Welcome back, Adam N. Adam N says, that was fun. It sure was, Adam N. Captain Mickey Mouse says, looks like clouds are moving in. Yeah, a little bit. Captain Mickey Mouse says, just buy another and they will possibly refund you. That is a possibility. Rob Smelrell says, you have video evidence for the Fiorad. You are right, Rob Smelrell. Yeah, I like it when you hear Rob Smelrell. Oh, and MCM's back. Well, welcome in. Welcome back, MCM. MCM says, good afternoon. I read that Disney Starlight is delayed to late summer, which is during the Halloween party. Oh, where'd you hear that, MCM? Because we did the breaking news. It's during the beginning of this video. Let's go check out the Dapper Dans. We're all caught up. Oh, excuse me. All caught up on the chat.
Thank you very much, everybody. We have two good dancers there now, honorary Dapper Dans. Well, now, the Dapper Dans, we're going to continue on with another song. It's actually a romantic tune entitled, Meet Me in the Pawn Shop, Honey. I Want to Get You Alone. Yeah. Moderate interest on that.
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I think these folks actually need to hear a cautionary tale of the song.
Oh, okay.
That's right. It's called, If at First You Don't Succeed, Skydiving is definitely not for you.
He knows it from experience.
Folks, don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss my favorite tune. A song titled, Give a Bald Man a Comb, and He'll Never Part with It.
It's a tragic tale.
Very tragic.
Yes, right. Speaking of tragedy, how about a song about a baritone's ex-girlfriend?
I don't want to sing about my ex-girlfriend.
Why not?
Because she makes me so mad.
Oh, okay. How mad does she make you?
She makes me so mad that every time I think about her, I see spots.
Did you see a doctor?
No, just spots.
She doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. To see her is to take a sudden chill. Cruella, Cruella de Vil. The colonel turns the ice in her stare. All it and better beware. She's like a spider waiting for the kill. Look out for Cruella de Vil. At first you think Cruella is the devil, but after time is worn away the shock, you come to realize you see her kind of eyes watching you from underneath the rock.
This vampire man is in here in peace. She ought to be locked up and never released. The world was such a wholesome place until Cruella, Cruella, give it Thank you. That was a lot of fun. Why don't we take these things for a swim? What do you say? Here we go. Hey! I'll take that any day. Thank you. How about this? When the Dapper Dan say hey, you all say what? Let's try it. Hey!
What?
What did Gaston win at the end of Beauty and the Beast?
What?
The Nobel Prize.
Here, Papa, look. Come, you should come up here.
Hey!
Up here?
What is Aladdin's favorite kind of music?
What?
Jazz, man.
Hey! What? Why is Peter Pan always flying?
Why?
Because he can never land.
Hey!
What?
Why won't Sebastian share with Flounder?
Why?
He's a little shellfish. Under the sea, under the sea, darling, it's fine, darling, it's fine. Take it from me. What have they got of us? And we got a 4-part harmony band. Got the drums like this under the sea.
Let's,
And now the Dapper Dans would like to prove that even the classics can be
we're gonna
played
head
on the beat.
up Main Street, USA. Maybe the Casey Corner Pianist is also here. Maybe we could get 2 for the price of 1. In the meantime, I'll look south so you can enjoy more views of the Dapper Dans. Up until we get to the balloon vendor, and then I'll turn the camera because it'll obscure your view. Okay, we're attempting to go to Casey's Corner. Check out the Coke Corner Pianist. Let me check the chat in the meantime. Reed Gibson says, hello at MCM. MCM says late September. So MCM is saying late September, eh? Reed Gibson says, hi at Adam N. And MCM says, I'll get back to you after my burger dinner. Do I hear the Main Street Philharmonic too? I don't know where they are. Yeah, they're playing up there. Maybe. I hear something. I hear drum beats. And Grayson is playing. Grayson is tickling the ivories here at Casey's Corner. Beautiful. Beautiful, yeah. Wishes. Amazing. He's gonna surprise us. Mary Poppins, all right. Thank you again, Grayson. Good as always. Unreal how talented Grayson is. Let's keep, okay, let me get out of the way here. Hold on. I'm gonna put my sunglasses back on. Hey, I wanna head into Tomorrowland. As we do, let me check the chat. Corey's back. Welcome in, Corey. Welcome back. Says, hi, John. Well, hello there, Corey. Nice to have you here. Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 says, have to go. Hope to see you at Epcot tomorrow, John. Bye, everyone. Hold on. Oh, got a Junior Explorer down by my feet. Hold on. So, yeah. Well, hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow, Rocket Raccoon Fan 1. I'm actually headed towards Tomorrowland, the east side of the park. We haven't gone over there today yet. I don't know, maybe we could go check out the PeopleMover. As you know, John with Fun to Be Free loves his PeopleMover. And Reed Gibson says, hey, Corey. Oh, welcome back. Rob's Mad World says, so good. You are correct, sir. Rob's Mad World, you are so right, so good. Grayson is so good at tickling those ivories, that's for certain. And Reed Gibson says, Grayson is fabulous. That's right, Reed Gibson. You're right about that. He is just top-notch, exceeds all expectations, extremely talented. Hey, while we're in the area, I'm gonna go get a drink from my favorite, you heard it, my favorite drinking fountain here at the Magic Kingdom. I love it because it is all brass, and Third Shift polishes this to a shine and sparkle. Not to mention, generally speaking, like that one, the water pressure is always good at these drinking fountains. Like you can see, take a look at views behind me while I take a drink here. All right, let's push on. Let's move on in. Let's head into Tomorrowland. We'll take the shortcut. Back to the chat. Taking off my sunglasses. Rob's Mad World says, have a great time, everyone. I'm headed out. Go Phillies. Oh, Rob's Mad World is leaving us. But we'll see you tomorrow, Rob's Mad World. We'll be back live tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I don't know where we'll be. I'm hoping to get out to Epcot. I'm trying to think, what is new at Epcot? What can we do? There's always the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival, 30 years and growing. That's always a good plan as well. But what news will we cover? I don't know. Like I say, I check the socials after I end the live stream, see what all the chit chat, all the hubbub, all the talk is, and see what everybody's talking about, see what the announcements are made officially by Disney channels. But Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, Disney hasn't said a release date for the Disney Starlight, so we don't know when it's coming. You are correct, Captain Mickey Mouse. They have said nothing. Hello there, nice to see you. they are mum on the subject. So, like Captain Mickey Mouse said, there is no announcement. So my speculation is going to be later in the summer. But that reminds me, thank you for reminding me, Captain Mickey Mouse. If you just joined us, once the live stream ends or concludes, we're not stopping now, don't worry. But once it does conclude, start this video over. Tune in and find out all the details about the delay for the Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Night Parade here at the Magic Kingdom. And Captain Mickey Mouse says, look above the water fountain, please. Well, I look behind us, I guess. Captain Mickey Mouse says, are we doing Carousel of Progress Day? I don't know, Captain Mickey Mouse. One thing at a time. While we're in the area, you can see, of course, hold on, let me get out of the way. Hello there. Let me get out of the way. I'm trying to get out of the way because I'm in the guest view, guest path. Monsters Inc. laugh floor. It is exiting. Look at all of the happy guests that are coming out of the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. And directly up ahead of us. Oh, Tomorrowland actually has people here today. Look at this. I didn't expect it to be this busy, this crowded over here at Tomorrowland right now. But right up ahead here is the lunching pad at Rocket Tower Plaza. It is a quick service dining facility here at, or I should say in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom Park. We could just go take a quick look, and I could always pull up the menu. I could pull up the menu, put it on screen. We could check out what tasty morsels they have to actually offer here at Rocket Tower Plaza's the lunching pad. Here we can push in and just give you a sneak preview what the menu consists of. I won't go over it because we'll head over to the PeopleMover in a moment. Stay tuned for the menu here at the lunching pad. But while we're in the area, I also wanted to check the standby wait time for Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin. I can see it now. It is posted at 40 minutes. That's 40 minutes for the standby entrance. There is a sizable return, it looks like, for the Lightning Lane as well. I'm not going to get too close because yesterday when we were in the queue, it must have had radio interference. In other words, there was some type of interference that the evil Emperor Zurg zapped my camera equipment with. But we're going to stay away from that area for now. We're actually headed over to the PeopleMover. Let's locate the actual standby entrance. We could go straight ahead here, I believe, and join the queue. And if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. Like I said, let's pull up the actual menu. Go ahead, please. Thank you. I'm taking the bat phone out of my pocket and I'm enabling the wireless feature so I could send my phone screen over to your device at home magically. Just give me a second here. I'm attempting to set that up at the moment, and then we'll pull up the menu for the lunching pad. Oh, go ahead. Go. You're fine. No problem. No worries. All right, in just a few moments, we're going to be set all ready to go. I'm actually searching for the lunching pad on the My Disney Experience app right now. Okay, I think we're all set here. So the lunching pad is, of course, obviously at Magic Kingdom Park in Tomorrowland, and they have breakfast from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And they also offer lunch and dinner from 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. as well. Let's actually hit begin order here in just a moment, but first I want to point your attention to it's a dining experience, quick service kiosk, type of cuisine is American, and ready for blast off, fuel up with out of this world specialties including all beef hot dogs, specialty pretzels, chips and more. Top it off with a frozen carbonated beverages or water. So I'm actually going to hit begin order. We're going to mock up since they do offer the mobile order pickup, and we're going to select an arrival window. In this case it's now to 4:25 p.m. And they have a featured offering. It's a frozen blue raspberry slushie. They also offer entrees, like a Cuban hot dog. In addition, they have the queso fundido hot dog. And they have just a regular all beef hot dog as well. They also offer the cream cheese warm stuffed pretzel, considered to be a snack, along with the Mickey pretzel, sticky bubble bread, and cheese sauce. Additional beverages include the frozen blue raspberry slushie like we saw, the frozen Coca-Cola slushie, a Monster Energy drink, Monster Energy Drink Zero Ultra, and assorted fountain beverages and a bottled water. Okay, let's take this off the screen. We'll come back and be magically transported back here to Tomorrowland in the PeopleMover queue. In just a few moments, we're going to head up the speed ramp, Go Goodyear, up to the upper level above at the Rocket Tower Plaza station. I'm actually disabling the wireless feature on the Bat phone, and then I'm going to put it back in my pocket. Just give me a second here. It's going in my pocket, and I'm zipping the zipper. Zip it good. All right, here we go. Hey, off in the distance is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. We're now in the shade, which is good because I'm trying to keep this camera, as cool as possible. Let me go back to the chat here. Give me a second. And GHF Nebula, GHF_Nebula, welcome in, welcome back, says, have you ever checked out the single seat by the stairs at the beginning of Main Street? Oh, I think I'm aware of what you're talking about, GHF_Nebula. I think so. And Captain Mickey Mouse says, I thought you did Disney Starlight Parade topic today for what I said. Yeah, we did, Captain Mickey Mouse. The topic today, the video, was the Disney Starlight Parade, the night parade coming to the Magic Kingdom. Disney has not actually announced officially a solid, firm, hard date yet. Instead, they just rely on summer 2025. If you're curious, once this video concludes, once this live stream is over, go back, start the video over. We'll go over all the details about the Disney Starlight Parade. In other words, Disney Starlight, Dream the Night Away, night parade coming to the Magic Kingdom, hopefully this summer. And Reed Gibson says, hello at GHF_Nebula. Captain Mickey Mouse says, there was a guest. Oh, I see what you're saying, Captain Mickey Mouse. I get it. Captain Mickey Mouse says, refresh, please, it's blurry. Okay, you got it. I will refresh it. I hope we're back. So what I actually did, I refreshed the video and audio. So the screen may have went black and the audio may have went away for a moment, but I do believe we're back online. Everything should be better. Coming in crystal clear, 1080p, streaming live from the Magic Kingdom. GHF_Nebula says, hello at Reed Gibson. And Captain Mickey Mouse says, yes, I was watching earlier, I know. Yes, sir.
Is it Discord?
Oh, I'm actually live streaming on YouTube right now. Oh. Would you like to say hi to all my people in the chat? Okay, can I turn the camera to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello there, I am John with Fun to Be Free, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? Where are you from?
Schenectady, Albany.
Oh yeah? Is this your first time to Walt Disney World?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Are you guys staying on property? Oh, you're staying off property? Okay. I see. But I hope you enjoy your stay. If you have your phone, you could take a picture of my phone and you can see yourself live on YouTube right now.
What's your YouTube name?
Fun to Be Free. If you take a photo, I have a QR code on my phone. It'll take you right in, right there. That one right there. Click on it. Watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Click on it.
Okay. You are a star on YouTube right now. Show all your friends.
How cool is that?
Awesome. You're welcome. Have a good trip. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. So for everybody in the chat, I just wanted to show you, Captain Mickey Mouse had an excellent suggestion that I add a QR code, that's a QR code, to the Bat Phone's wallpaper. This guy, John at Fun to Be Free, just had the at Fun to Be Free before. And then yesterday, Captain Mickey Mouse always sends his QR code out so people just take a photo of it. And I go, oh, Captain Mickey Mouse, that is an awesome idea. That is the best idea I've ever heard before. In fact, I'm going to say, how come I didn't even think about that, Captain Mickey Mouse? It's so obvious to me. Once you said that, I went, John, what are you doing? You're slacking, dude. You should have had a QR code on the phone from day one. So thank you again to Captain Mickey Mouse. Shout out to Captain Mickey Mouse for saying the QR code. The phone's going back in my pocket, the Bat Phone that is. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. So we are just standing in the queue right below the PeopleMover marquee presented by Enterprise. Hello there. In just a few moments. Thank you so much. Thank you for making the magic. Bye-bye. In just a few moments here, we are going to traverse up the speed ramp, and I'll take a look at the plaque. It says speed ramp, passenger conveyor system by Goodyear. Go, go Goodyear. We are now headed, ascending to the upper level here at Rocket Tower Plaza. As we do, we can take a bird's eye view at the PeopleMover queue below. Oh, there we are. Hey, nice to see you. Thank you for subscribing. That's always fun meeting new people. And we could get a shot of the PeopleMover vehicles cycling with the guest that is just loaded in it. Let me point the camera in our forward direction of travel, and let me just double check the chat before we get on the PeopleMover here. In the meantime, enjoy awesome views of the PeopleMover vehicles cycling clockwise around the station. Captain Mickey Mouse says, thank you, John, much better. So he's probably referring to when I refresh the video and audio. Thank you so much for the tip, Captain Mickey Mouse. Thank you for the refresh, and thank you for the QR code as well. Captain Mickey Mouse says, carousel of progress after, please. I don't know, Captain Mickey Mouse. Stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see. Captain Mickey Mouse says, so people could find it easier. That's right, Captain Mickey Mouse. Again, thank you for the nice QR code suggestion. Again, everybody in the chat has better ideas than this guy, John with Fun to Be Free. And I can't believe I had an oversight. I completely missed that one. And we have guests standing there waiting to unload from their vehicle. The cast member was probably saying, sit down, sit down. Just like the Timber Mountain Log Ride at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. Sit down. The point is, when you were in the log ride, if you put your hands up, it had motion sensors. Once you tripped the infrared motion sensors, the audio would play. Sit down, sit down. And if you waved your hand back and forth between the multiple sensors, you can make it go, sit, 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 sit down, sit down, sit down. But we're gonna take a quick look here at the linear synchronous motors, or the LSMs, the magnets. It's a fancy way of saying that's how the vehicles work. The magnets push them forward.
Legs and other appendages inside your car. And please supervise younger beings. Stay clear of the doors, which will open and close automatically. Enjoy your journey.
Hello there. Just one, please. Thank you so much. Thank you for making the magic. Hello there. Okay, here's our vehicle, and I'm slowly gonna point the door, or I should say the camera at the doors. We'll see the doors close. And I'll check the chat before we dispatch here. Captain Mickey Mouse says, me want to go to Knott's someday, never been, but I'm a Snoopy fan. Yeah, highly recommend, Captain Mickey Mouse. Highly recommend it. Hello there, nice to see you.
Please step carefully onto the moving platform. then step into the car. For your safety, remain seated at all times, keeping hands, arms, feet, legs, and other appendages inside your car. And please supervise younger beings. Stay clear of the doors, which will open and close automatically. Enjoy your journey. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y manténgase.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the PeopleMover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Orak 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky, the absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster labs, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Thank you.
The next station is Tomorrowland Urban Planning and Star Traders. Transfer to green and red lines.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future, right by two of my favorite spots. We're a ride of a lifetime. First up, Progress City. Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Did you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny PeopleMover. I wonder if that means there's a tiny Orak. Right is Star Traders, home to the greatest goods in the galaxy.
Let me check the chat as I do. Captain Mickey Mouse is saying, could you sit the other way so we can see it backwards? That's right. What a great suggestion, Captain Mickey Mouse. That is awesome.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Speedway and Tron Light Cycle Run.
I love a good circuit, and these are two of the best tracks in the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition.
I do believe we have a new subscriber to Fun to Be Free. It's Turtle Production Studio. Turtle Production Studio says, hey you guys, it was me, Anthony. Turtle Production Studio says, it's Anthony, you guys. Enjoy this video. Turtle Production Studio says, I am in it. All right. Thank you for subscribing, Turtle Production Studio. I do believe that we just saw Anthony at the base of the PeopleMover Rocket Tower Plaza enjoying lunch from the actual quick service. Hold on, let me check my cameras. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Getting a warning, a tone. And Reed Gibson says, welcome in. It's Turtle Production Studio. Captain Mickey Mouse says, I'm wondering if Disney is going to black out the buzz section when they work on it. Most likely, Captain Mickey Mouse. Most likely.
The Coral Rooms of Pisces 7. You H2 owe it to yourself. Book today.
GHF_Nebula says, love all the new different ideas. Yeah, I like all these ideas too. Especially, I'm looking forward to the Buzz updates, the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin upgrades. Captain Mickey Mouse says, Nebula QR code. Yeah, Captain Mickey Mouse, pat yourself on the back for that one. Here, since you're talking about the new QR code, there's the bat phone with the new QR code. Captain Mickey Mouse says, you doing Hollywood May 27th to show the new shows? I think that would be a great idea, Captain Mickey Mouse. April's just around the corner. May 27th. I'll be here before you know it. GHF_Nebula. Yes, that was a great idea. Thank you again to Captain Mickey Mouse. Shout out to Captain Mickey Mouse for the awesome suggestion with the QR code.
Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
Says you should book it tonight if it's not a good to go day. I'll have to look into it, Captain Mickey Mouse.
The next station is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
Oh, Auntie B's back. Welcome back. Welcome in, Auntie B. Auntie B says, hello, John. And Captain Mickey Mouse says, ha ha ha. Ron got row 1 on Tower of Terror. So, Captain Mickey Mouse, did Ron on the Go actually drop his gimbal and his streaming phone on Tower of Terror prior? Did that actually happen, Captain Mickey Mouse? GHF Nebula says everyone else does the same old. So I believe what GHF_Nebula is saying that John with Fun to Be Free does something a little bit different. If so, I'll take that as a compliment. I'm really enjoying bringing you live streams from the Walt Disney World Resort daily, GHF_Nebula.
Calling all space rangers, report to your star cruiser and join me on this daring space mission against the evil Emperor Third.
MCM says, I'm back. If you're really backwards, we're riding backwards. You'll ride forward by hearing backwards. That's a lot of gobbledygook going on there, MCM. A lot of to and fro, a lot of forward and backward talk. Never mind, Ron got row 5.
Mike Wazowski has brought in some real monsters of comedy. Whether you have 1 eye or 9, take the time to see this show.
We have a dumpster on the construction crane for the Big Thunder Mountain track replacement project.
My fellow sentient life forms, our people mover journey has nearly come full orbit. Thanks for riding with us. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard. And even though we're concluding, this is always my favorite part. Because now is the time, now is the best time to go out and explore tomorrow, today. See you in the future.
Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, have you been on Carousel of Progress since they added new seats? Yeah, many, many times, Captain Mickey Mouse. I miss the original seats. However, the new seats are quite comfortable, and I do enjoy the color palette, the new color scheme. The Walt Disney Imagineers do such a great job here at the Walt Disney World Resort.
Exit by stepping away from the car. Thank you.
This
Please keep arms, antennae, and other appendages away from the doors and remain seated until they open automatically. Step onto the moving platform with caution and exit by stepping away from the car. Thank you.
All right, let's hop out here. The doors just opened, so I'm on the unload platform now.
Step onto the moving platform with caution.
Hello there.
By stepping away from the car. Thank you.
And we're gonna go down the speed ramp. I do enjoy me some speed ramp. There we go. Go, go, Goodyear. It looks like a cast member got her CDS receipt for a bump. We can look at the views below and above from Rocket Tower Plaza, PeopleMover platform loading station. If we turn the camera over in this direction, you can see the PeopleMover queue again. MCM says, you haven't seen stage shows. You should sometime soon if your signal goes through for half an hour. That's right, MCM. I like to do everything here, including stage shows. It's just the issue sometimes with live streaming. It's all about the cellular data reception. Now we're back on ground level. I need to check my fuel rod, and it looks like we have one green LED left. And I do believe Captain Mickey Mouse yesterday was asking about the Merchant of Venus. Let's head over to the Merchant of Venus, the shop there. When I say shop, more of a flex space, more of an interior dining area for anti-gravity's galactic goodies, where you can purchase ice cream. We're heading in there to get a replacement fuel rod. Let me check the other one too. I think they're going to be both depleted here in just a moment. One is completely, yeah, okay, one. We'll replace one and move on then. So I need to remove the fuel rod from the camera rig, or Frankenstein, and we'll replace it here in just a second, just a moment, at the portable charger station here in Merchant of Venus. We'll head over to, they're going to hit buy. They're going to hit purchase or buy a fuel rod. So we'll head over to the additional machine located over at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Maybe we could go through Star Traders. Now approaching Mickey Star Traders. Remember the old spiel? There we are in Star Traders. There's an actual pin trading location over by the register wrap over in this direction here, but we don't have time right now. We got to go get a fuel rod. We got to keep these cameras powered. The cameras are no longer providing, or I should say, the battery. The fuel rod is no longer providing juice to the power, so we got to get this replacement fuel rod and keep powering this camera setup that I have here in order to be continuing broadcasting live from the Magic Kingdom today. I'm closely monitoring the camera battery levels as well. So if I head straight on the backside of the registers, it's going to take us to the fuel rod charging station, where we're going to replace this sucker right here, right now. We're going to swap. Till you drop. I hit swap. Okay, we're good. Good. Good again. Just to give you an update, I have a red, it's just on the camera you're viewing on right now, it's showing red, meaning not good battery level. So we got to get this in stat. There we go. Okay, let me double check the batteries and the camera levels. And if success, all three devices are currently charging. So let me get back to the chat here. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, the stage in the sun, so you shouldn't want. Huh? Wait, John, the stage is in the sun, so you shouldn't want. I don't know what that means, Captain Mickey Mouse. There is ongoing construction that we saw here from yesterday. I do believe this is very recent, the construction going on. I don't know what's going on the other side. Anybody in the chat know more? MCM says, I've seen Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair live in Magic Kingdom. One of my favorite shows. Yeah, it's a great show, isn't it, MCM? I do enjoy the entertainment here at the Walt Disney World Resort. The entertainment department does such a fabulous job here. And MCM says, used to be Mickey's Star Traders, which he said, that's right, it's out of this world. Oh yeah, MCM is a big fan of the original, well, I shouldn't say original, of the previous generation audio loop on the People Mover as well. You are now seeing gorgeous views of Cinderella Castle with the golden spires shimmering in the central Florida sun. We are now approaching the hub. In the hub area, we could go say hi to Walt and Mickey, the partner statue, brought to you by Blaine Gibson of fame of WED or WED Imagineer. Blaine Gibson, the sculptor, the creator, the artisan that actually sculpted the bronze statue that we are about to say hi to. Walt and Mickey partner statue. You're watching live streaming coverage from the Magic Kingdom here at the Walt Disney World Resort. The most magical place on earth. And it is super bright out here. John, put your sunglasses on already. Jeez. Man, they're on now. The sun is so bright, it's just reflecting off the pavement below. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera towards Cinderella Castle. There we go. That's what we're dealing with. All this goodness here in Castle Forecourt in the hub now. We'll get an even better shot with the partner statue and the Cinderella Castle in the picturesque background. Here we go. I'll pause here for just a moment so you can check this out. So awesome. Such a gorgeous day here at the Magic Kingdom today. Captain Mickey Mouse says, we don't have anything to about that walls. I said yesterday, don't you remember? Yeah, are there any more updates? But yeah, I guess there's no more updates, Captain Mickey Mouse. Because I have no idea what's going on behind the brown walls over by Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. Okay, we're slowly gonna turn and let's head south. Okay, since we saw the lunching pad menu where they offered the hot dogs, I thought it would be a good comparison to actually put the two menus together, meaning we just saw the lunching pads hot dogs. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a mouthful for me to say, I guess. And I want to go check out Casey's Corners hot dogs. So I'll take out the bat phone. Let me enable the wireless feature so I can send my phone screen to your device at home magically, wirelessly. So I'll send the video over. Hold on a second. I actually have to unlock the phone. I have my sunglasses on and it doesn't do Face ID or face detection. And I need to enable the wireless feature. And I'll be right with you. Hold on. We're almost there. Hello, my ragtime gal. Oh, we gotta take that graphic off. Hold on. And we gotta pop up the correct graphic.
Take a picture right in your ear.
All right, I think we're all ready to go. Let me get in the shade real fast so I could actually redo the menu because the sun's so bright I can't see it. So we're at Casey's Corner, hosted by Coca-Cola at Magic Kingdom Park at Main Street, USA. And the lunch and dinner offerings 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. It's a quick service restaurant and they offer a type of cuisine, American. Hit it out of the park with American baseball favorites, hot dogs, mini corn dogs, and french fries. Soft drinks are also available. We're gonna hit begin order. We're gonna mock it up, select an arrival window. They have a couple of featured offerings, like the chili cheese all beef footlong hot dog, all beef footlong hot dog topped with chili and cheese. You could add cheese sauce for $1, and you could also select your side, whether it be french fries, a Cutie's Mandarin, a single one, chili cheese fries for $2 upcharge as well. Let's check it out, hit back, and we'll check the other feature offering. Chipotle barbecue all beef footlong hot dog, topped with pulled pork slaw and chipotle barbecue sauce. Same goes here. Add cheese sauce, french fries, Cutie's Mandarin, chili cheese fries. They also have a specialty beverage, It's a frozen mint julep lemonade, classically blended. Mint julep featuring Minute Maid premium lemonade topped with fresh mint leaves, cherry, and lemon. They also have some additional entrees, like the chili cheese all beef footlong hot dog.
What? They were pin trading.
An all beef footlong hot dog.
I have to go through your
Mini corn dogs. An all beef hot dog. Chipotle barbecue all beef footlong hot dog. And they offer some plant-based items like plant-based Chicago style dog, plant-based dog, and sides like the Chipotle barbecue loaded fries. We should take a look. Yeah. Not bad. So it's topped with pulled pork, slaw, and Chipotle barbecue sauce. They also have some snacks like chili cheese french fries, chili, french fries, cuties mandarin, cheese sauce, and a baseball brownie. Quickly, I want to mention the french fries qualifies as a snack as well for a Disney dining plan, I believe. Here, let's pull up this. This looks pretty good. All themed, just like Casey's Corner. Major League Baseball, America's pastime. Baseball brownie. This case, it's only $4.79. Very reasonable. They also offer the assorted fountain beverages, Minute Maid apple juice, Dasani bottled water, and freshly brewed Joffrey's coffee regular. Okay, so there was a quick look. I wanted to compare the menus. Oh, you're fine. No worries. You're fine. I just wanted to compare the two menus from over in Tomorrowland at, over by the Rocket Tower Plaza. And of course, Casey's Corner. So we are now magically transported back to Casey's Corner. I will actually disable the wireless feature on my bat phone. Hold on a second. I'll be right with you. We're almost done. And I'll show you better views of Casey's Corner, especially the marquee. Okay, I gotta put the bat phone back in my pocket. I'm actually gonna walk down the main, I should say just step off the curb and onto the actual street so I can get a better shot of the exterior elevation of Casey's Corner. Oh, it is so bright here, I don't know what you're gonna see. I guess it's acceptable. So that's what we're dealing with right here on Main Street, USA. And then I'll show you also, it's a very popular food and beverage quick service location. And so they generally want you to mobile order. So that'd be my recommendation, is to actually mobile order. Hey, we got ho, 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 ho. And what were we talking about? America's favorite pastime?
Attention, citizens of Main Street, how are we doing today?
Yay.
Welcome my friends, Ella, Noah, and Mila. It's a round of applause. Here at Casey's Corner, we have a special tradition we like to call the 7-inning stretch, where we sing our favorite song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. If you know the words, please sing along.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ground. Tell me something that's the Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I have to get back for you. We're good for the whole team. They don't win, it's a shame. Now it's 1, 2, 3, stretch it out and be home. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, such an amazing talent. Unbelievable. Awesome. Oh, Tall Paul by the Sherman Brothers. You don't know it, huh?
I've never tried to play it. I listened to it not too long ago.
Okay.
Turn the other way. I can't think of Wesley. I can't think of how it goes.
That's all right. That's okay. Because am I the only guy that throws you for a loop with a random Sherman?
Those old Sherman Brothers songs.
They're so catchy.
Yeah. I'll play. I got a kind of a medley of.
Now when you go home.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Are you having an amazing day? Maybe I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day. Bye.
Of course, let's go this way.
All right. See you
Awesome.
later.
See you.
Bye.
Oh. Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, Grayson.
They wrote so much music. Oh my god.
I know. Unreal, the level.
How about some Star Wars?
Star Wars. Okay, we're gonna actually head down towards Town Square because we're gonna have the flag retreat ceremony. It was very nice to visit with Grayson. He was playing a medley from the Sherman Brothers, including Miracles from Molecules. Unbelievable. And you just saw over to my right-hand side, Disney Parks with Love, Janelle. I said hi to her off camera. She was a little busy in the background on her phone. But at any rate, it's always nice seeing Grayson. We're gonna head south to Town Square, USA, and we'll try to cover as many chats as I can before the flag retreat ceremony actually kicks off. So bear with me. Let me check the camera battery levels, check the chats. Hold on here. So we're looking good on the batteries. Going back to the chats. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention too, I came over to Casey's Corner because it's opening day for Major League Baseball. If you're an MLB fan, I'm sure you're going to be glued to your TV tonight, or today, however you want to look at it, depending on the time change. But we got chats are rolling. I got to go back. Hold on a second. Stay tuned for the 5:10 Eastern Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade as well. I'm checking the chats. Got to find my place. MCM says, if you're a tone of the resorts around Seven Seas Lagoon, the fireworks, you should see the electrical water pageant. So I guess he's saying if we're around the Seven Seas Lagoon in the evening, we could actually spot the electrical water pageant. You are correct, MCM. And Potato Land. Oh, Potato Land's back. Oh, welcome back. Welcome in, Potato Land. Potato Land. Potato Land. He says, I'll tell you something. This is no longer a live stream. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun. You'll be whistling. Oh, I walked into it again, Potato Land. You'll be whistling zippity doo dah out of your butt. Yo, boy. For everybody that's just joined us, Potato Land, he nailed it with the puns again. From Clark W. Griswold, circa National Lampoon's Vacation. Way to go, Potato Land. Boy, I walked into that one again. You got me, Potato Land. Holy smokes, that was good. Yet again, you're on fire today. Thank you for joining us just now. Captain Mickey Mouse says, at Potato Land, Disney has released information on The Little Mermaid, the musical adventure is coming May 27th with Villain Show. Reed Gibson says, hey at Potato Land. And Potato Land says, I saw that on DFB today. Oh.
And welcome to Main Street, USA. In just a few minutes, we invite you to join us in Town Square for our flag retreat ceremony. Once again, this Magic Kingdom tradition will begin in just a few moments.
So back to the chat, but yeah. Potato Land says, hey there, Reed. And Park Bros, welcome in, welcome back, Park Bros. Park Bros, it's always nice to have you here. Park Bros says, hey John, hey everyone. Yeah. MCM says, a foot-long hot dog is a little too much for me. Oh, MCM. Park Bros, happy opening day, everyone. Yeah, MLB opening day today. Oh, let me get a drink of water while I'm here. Hold on. Okay, I'm pulling back. I don't know where we should go with the sun. I'm debating whether looking south or looking north here. The sun's over to our west. Toot. Potato Land says, because of the sponsor of Casey's, I went to Disney and came home with a terrible Coke habit. Oh, you're on fire yet again, Potato Land. That's pretty good. I gotta say it again because that's good. Because of the sponsor of Casey's, I went to Disney and came home with a terrible Coke habit. That's good. MCM says, 7th inning stretch anthem. Yeah, referring back when Grayson was playing at the Coca-Cola corner, or Casey's Corner. MCM also says, more entertainment with Grayson, and your chat is jumping and busy. That's good, that's good. And Peter Pan back in the chat. Welcome back, Peter Pan. Peter Pan says, Janelle is right beside you. She is Disney with love. You're right, Peter Pan. Disney with love. Wait, hold on. Disney Parks with Love, Janelle. Shout out to Disney Parks with Love, Janelle. Go check her channel out, streaming live on YouTube right now. Give her a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna pipe down because we are in business here. This is serious business. Gotta get with it, John. Maybe we should go over here. There's more shade. I want to keep the camera more in the shade. Hello, sir. I'm just looking for shade. Is it if I go like right here?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
Hello. We are the Dapper Dans, and on behalf of the Main Street Philharmonic, our Magic Kingdom Security Color Guard, and Main Street Operations, we are pleased and proud to welcome you to today's flag retreat ceremony here in Town Square. Our Town Square flag retreat ceremony is one of our original Magic Kingdom traditions. We are honored that you have taken time from your day to become part of this tradition with us.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, our national anthem. Please join us in singing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America, my home, sweet home, my home.
Today we have the privilege of being joined by a very special Armed Forces Honored Representative. Please join us in welcoming today's Armed Forces Honored Representative from the United States Air Force, Staff Sergeant Alex Johnson, all the way from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for joining us for our flag retreat ceremony. Please enjoy the rest of your day here in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh no, we have only 10% battery remaining on the main camera we're viewing on right now. Hold on, let me try to unplug the other charge cables so we could just charge the main camera. And let me double check the fuel rod. Oh boy. We gotta stay in the shade now. In just a few moments, I will get back to the chat. But what I actually need to do first is replace the fuel rod. I'm digging around in my pockets. I have to get my fresh fuel rod replacement. Okay, here. We're actually heading north. I want to check out, of course, the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. I'm thinking we'll head into Liberty Square, see how far we could get. It's a cooler type breeze now, so I'm hoping it's going to cool this camera down. We have success. We're charging just the camera you're viewing on right now, so I'm putting maximum electricity, maximum battery power into this camera. But we need to get back to the chat. Oh, okay, our last chat was Peter Pan. Peter Pan was saying Janella is right beside you. She is Disney with love. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Peter Pan. And Disney Parks with Love, Janelle, was with me just at the in Town Square at Christmas Tree Point, just as the yeah. Okay, MCM says, every time ragtime pianists play Happily Ever After, it made me, I believe, think of a wondrous book from Hong Kong, which I prefer better than the fireworks version. I see MCM. And when MCM also says, when I met Grayson on my birthday after 5:30, he played a brilliant ragtime Viennese waltz version of Happy Birthday to Me. So awesome, MCM. Grayson is so talented. Reed Gibson says, welcome in at Peter Pan. And MCM says he even played Epcot medley, including One Little Spark, which I park hopped to Epcot from Magic Kingdom at 6:30. Very cool, MCM. And Potato Landsback says, wonder if the pianist knows Little Orange Bird. I don't know, but I think I stumped Grayson when I said Tall Paul by the Sherman Brothers. He's aware of the song, but he said he couldn't quite place it in his head how the arrangement goes. But Park Bro says, John, I just emailed you with something that you may have asked for. All right, I'll check it out, Park Bros. I'll check into cash. Thank you again. MCM says he even played Epcot medley, including, we already got that. The chat jumped, hold on. MCM says they're setting up for the Adventure Friends Cavalcade. You are correct, MCM. We're headed there now. We're headed towards Liberty Square. Reed Gibson says, hello at Park Bros. Park Bros says, hi, Reed Gibson. Alyssa Steinberg says, hello at Park Bros. Park Bros says, hi, Alyssa Steinberg. Oh, sorry, I'm walking into a photo. Hold on. I need to get my bearings. John, pull it together here, why don't you? Captain Mickey Mouse says, tap Janelle on her shoulder, John. Oh, she's behind me. I don't know where she went, Captain Mickey Mouse. Reed Gibson says, hey, Alyssa Steinberg. And MCS says, like Grand Marshals, flag retreat also selects random guests. MCM also says, at the last minute before the attraction starts, you check the batteries and all that. Yeah, I did. At that time, we weren't having a 10% red warning message at that moment on the main camera, MCM. Here, let me rearrange my pockets. I'm putting the spent fuel rod in another cargo pocket and zip in my shorts. Like I said, I want to head into Liberty Square. Hold on here. Let me get back to the chat too. Potato Lands back in the chat says, the original song at Carousel of Progress was now is the time, now is the best time. Yep, you're right, Potato Land, for the 1964-1965 World's Fair, of course, written by the Sherman Brothers. Born on the 4th of July. The song playing, the BGM. So stay tuned for the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. You're watching live streaming coverage from the Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World Resort here in Central Florida. And I'm looking at the time. It is showing it's 5:12 Eastern. So the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade stepped off 2 minutes ago from the step-off gate near Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So like I said, we are heading towards Frontierland up the parade route in an attempt to locate the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. Here's something fun. Why don't we go through the Ye Old Christmas Shop? And as I do, my nostrils are just going to be blasted with smell it, sir. I'll pause and wait because there's guests coming out the door. Hold on. Oh, I can smell it now. Potent smell it, sir, here in the Ye Old Christmas Shop. We're just using this as a shortcut, if you will. There's some AC in here as well. I was hoping, it could hopefully cool down the cameras for just even if it's a brief, fleeting moment. I'm frantically trying to approach the parade route near Frontierland. We have to get out here. And if you're new to the channel, remember to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. I hear the parade audio now. Everybody in the chat is in luck. I love a cavalcade. Your grandma's in the chat, I think. Peter Pan.
Hello.
Nice to see you, Elijah.
Nice to see you too.
A Disney Adventure Friends cavalcade from Town Square near Main Street, USA at Magic Kingdom on this gorgeous day. Oh, it's so beautiful. I want to continue with this live stream, but I have some unfortunate news. Sad face. In all seriousness, another alarm on the camera. We are, how should I say this? The camera that you're looking at me right now on is about to die. If this camera shuts off, the live stream will conclude. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to sign out. I'm going to do the outro here at Christmas Tree Point so you can look behind me north at the gorgeous view of Cinderella Castle. I apologize. I'm working on other items, other technical equipment to hopefully get us past. But the issue, I believe, as the Florida sun is heating up here in the springtime, it also heats up the camera and it prevents the actual camera you're viewing me on from charging. So I'm looking into it. I'm trying to fix the problem, trying to figure out the actual solution. But in the meantime, if you've just joined us today here at the Magic Kingdom, once the video concludes, start it over. We actually were discussing the topic of today's video. Today's live stream for the Magic Kingdom was Disney Starlight Parade. You know, the nighttime parade, Disney Starlight. Dream the Night Away Parade. Check out all the details. It might be delayed, spoiler alert, but start the video over. We'll go all over it. Tune in and find out. But in the meantime, thank you to my new subscribers. We'll be live streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. somewhere at the Walt Disney World Resort. What I would like to do is get over to Epcot tomorrow for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, but we'll see. You never know where it takes us. There might be more news announcements, more official news. But at any rate, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. But again, John went Fun to Be Free. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.